Hey friends, this is Carrie from Untethered Press. I wanted to give you a quick flip through of our human body unit and show you how everything is laid out. Okay, let's begin with the books in our unit. This unit uses a combination of spine books and living books. The spine books we also call the featured books, and they are used throughout the entirety of the unit. So we highly recommend purchasing these spine books, and you'll see them listed right here. The living books, which I'll get to in a minute, we recommend checking these out from your local library. The first featured book you'll see is The Fantastic Body. That book actually covers many of the same topics as our living books do. So if you'd rather just use this instead of tracking down the living books from the library, you absolutely can. I'll show you how we include this option in the lessons. Our goal was to make this as flexible as possible for families. So if you don't want to track down library books, this spine book is the answer to that. However, we do love our living book list, and we'll talk about that more in a minute. Let's take a look at The Fantastic Body. I'll flip through and show you a little bit of the incredible illustrations and diagrams in here. We really searched long and hard for a spine book that we loved, that we felt like was fun and engaging and didn't just, wasn't just factual, was fun and easy to read. We really enjoyed how this one was laid out. We also liked that it has a lot of fun facts, things that just kind of engage kids and get them excited about topics. You'll also notice the human body anatomy under our featured book list. This is an activity book that we use as a visual aid throughout the lessons and as a fun way just to reinforce what they're learning. This is an interactive book with places to write and respond to in it. You may want one for each child, but that's not necessary. When we did the human body as a family, we simply shared a copy, but you can do whatever works best for your family. You notice that this doesn't look quite like this. It's because they have changed the cover now. Everything inside is the same, but this is the one that we used. Let me flip through this. Also show you the incredible illustrations and diagrams. You can see this is where they can draw in it. Some kids may want their own just to be able to draw and interact with it. But again, not necessary. You can use this as a family. Lots of interesting facts in here as well. We love how this added to the lessons, reinforced the lessons as we were learning them, gave great visuals. And our last spine book is Indescribable, which is a devotion. You'll find it woven through the entire unit. If your family enjoys a faith-based perspective, it's a beautiful way to reflect on God's design of the human body. If that's not something you're looking for, you can simply skip that portion. The rest of the curriculum still stands on its own. Another optional resource is the My Body book. At the beginning of the unit, you'll trace a life-sized outline of your child, and then using this book throughout the study, you'll gradually build a layered model of the human body as you learn about each system. It's just really fun visual and also an awesome culminating project. And at the end, the kids get to see everything come together. So that's really fun. Now let's talk about our living books. The living book list was honestly a labor of love for us. We spent countless hours just reading through books, comparing them, searching for stories. We wanted books that weren't just full of facts, but that truly added richness and value to each lesson. These are the books, this list are the ones that we loved coming back to, and we felt really helped bring the human body to life for our family. We, again, know that tracking down library books can be hard sometimes, so we have included QR codes for many of these library books that link you to YouTube read alouds, so that if you have trouble finding a particular title, you still have a way to enjoy many of the books together. And here are just some of the amazing titles. We have The One and Only Me, Your Fantastic Elastic Brain, Hear Your Heart, The Remember Balloons, 6 Dots, a story of young Louis Braille, Inside the Muscles, The Doctor with an Eye for Eyes, What Happens to a Hamburger, and Your Skin and Mine. And again, the Fantastic Body book covers many of the same topics that you'll see in these recommended living books. So if you would rather simplify your book list, you can use the Fantastic Body books, or you can substitute it for a book that you are not able to find easily. Again, we wanted to give families plenty of flexibility while still preserving the heart of each of the lessons. Now, let's take a look at the student notebook. You will need to print one of these per student. This is where they really begin to make the lessons their own. Some of the pages are activity pages with specific assignments that are connected to what they're learning. Others are what we call journal pages, and this is a good example of a journal page. Journal pages are honestly some of my favorites. They are a blank slate. They are intentionally open-ended. They're a place for your child to draw, write, diagram, narrate, or simply just record what stood out to them from the lesson. There's no right or wrong way to complete them. And they really become a great keepsake because at the end you'll have these beautiful journal pages that your child has done. I just love how each child notices something different. So journal pages between your kids may look very different from each other. I have a daughter that loves to draw, so she does lots of diagrams. And then my son will typically write out a lot of what he's learned. But there's no right or wrong way to do this. If you have younger children, don't worry about writing everything down. They can dictate, don't worry about them writing everything down. They can dictate to you and you can write their thoughts down, or they could just respond verbally. You can simplify these activities however you need. Again, I'm going to keep saying this, but this curriculum is meant to be flexible and adapt to your family. These are some of the pages that are meant to pull out to use for our activities. So the unit itself is divided into sections so that learning feels connected and manageable, and I'll show you that. We begin with skin and cells, then move into the skeleton and muscles, then the brain, then the heart and the lungs, the digestive and urinary systems, the 5 senses, and finally exercise and genetics. All of these sections are color-coded as well. So this, beginning with skin and cells, will all be in this color. Each section includes a supply list at the beginning so that you can go ahead and prepare for the lessons ahead. Each section is built of several lessons. So these are lessons 1 through 4 that cover skin and cells. And then you'll also find at the end of each section some bonus lessons. These can include additional books, videos, hands-on activities, even family movie night ideas. They're completely optional, but they're wonderful if your child becomes especially interested in a specific topic and wants to keep exploring. We wanted to give you the supply list ahead of time so you had time to gather things. Here's the skeleton and muscles section. You'll also notice that we included an answer key for each of the activity pages. Some of them are very open-ended, so you'll see answers will vary. Lots of hands-on activities, guys, and my kids loved these. Here's a answer key with specific answers. Sprinkled throughout the unit are experiments, simple recipes, models. Here's our bonus lessons for skeleton and muscles. Every part of each lesson serves a different purpose. The notebooking that you'll see will encourage reflection and creativity. The videos are to help our visual learners. The hands-on activities give kids something tangible to experience. And of course, the reading is what helps build understanding through the stories and the rich information. Here's what I was talking to you about with options to either read the Fantastic Body and or the nervous system. So this Fantastic Body covers the nervous system, so you can read either or. You may want to read them both. Here's a spinal cord model. Here's our bonus lessons. Here's the QR code. This is a read aloud for this book, but this QR code also takes you to a Google Sheet so that any of the links that you might need for the lesson you'll find through, or any of the lessons will be found through this QR code. As for the lessons themselves, each one includes several different pieces working together. Zoom in. You'll find living books, readings, devotions, educational videos, hands-on activities, notebook pages, so many fun and engaging hands-on activities for your tactile learners. We do recommend starting each lesson with your introduction because it prepares your child for what they're about to learn, and then move right into the living book read aloud. And then after that, you are free to complete the lesson in whatever order you choose. Our hope with this unit has always been to create something that helps families slow down, wonder together, and discover just how incredible the human body truly is. hope this little flip through gives you a better idea of what to expect. And I hope your family enjoys it as much as ours did.